All right, Kamari, thanks for a couple of minutes of your time.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. All right, Grant Hughes, go ahead.
Hey, Kamari, where would you say you grew the most between your redshirt freshman and sophomore season? Kind of that reason for an uptick in play?
Honestly, I would say just consistency. I feel like I gained a lot of the coach's trust between that time. This game we played is all about trust. I mean, obviously, everybody here is talented. That's why we're here. So it's just a matter of time. And I knew that it was all about just stacking up plays, stacking up practices. And I knew it eventually lead to more time. And you just got to take advantage of it when we get it.
Okay, over to Greg Barnes.
Hey, Kamari, how has the mindset changed, if at all? Not just during spring ball, but really since the start of off-season workouts back in January?
I feel like everybody has an edge now. We left last season feeling like everybody had the perception that we were a soft team. And I know me personally, I took that to heart because I know how hard I work. I know how hard the rest of this team works. So the fact that I felt like people were looking at us in that type of light, we definitely didn't like it. I feel like we attacked this offseason in the weight room, running, and I feel like it's honestly showing up at practice, just the way guys are competing. Like I'm seeing so many guys play the best that they've played since they've been here. So I feel like we took everything personal this offseason, and it's definitely showing.
Has there been was there maybe a team meeting where everybody kind of spoke about it or anything like that?
I wouldn't necessarily say it was a team meeting per se. I think we just met as positions, and we definitely talked about our goals moving forward. Everybody knows. It's kind of like what's understood really don't need to be said because everybody kind of feels it. So it is all a matter of, are you going to step up or are you going to, be who they say you are? And I feel like thus far we've stepped up. So definitely proud of the guys for that.
Also wanted to ask you about Power Eccles. We just talked to him, obviously. How have you seen him grow since he arrived last year?
Power Eccles is a problem. That's when I think of him, I think a problem. Like when I line up against him, I know like it's grown man football is about to get real. Though he's a young guy, he's a guy people are going to be talking about all season and his whole career here. He's just a different type of player. He just plays with such a high motor. Just the way he leads those guys every single day. He does not take not one day off, not one play off. He's honestly my favorite player on the defense. I love to watch him work. Just watching him go gets me fired up because I know he's going to bring it every single day. So he's definitely a great player. I'm proud of his progression. And I can't wait to see this season he's going to have because I'm already knowing it's going to be a great one.
Great. Thank you.
Ross Martin, go ahead.
There's some great quotes there, Kamari, on Power. I want to ask you about the quarterbacks. You've been around for a while now. How's the quarterback competition going? What do you see out of the guys vying for those jobs? What stands out about each guy?
Keyword, competition. It's definitely been a competition. Everybody looks great. And that's honestly what's going to make it so tough, when they ultimately decide who they're going to go with. Honestly, I couldn't tell you because everybody looks the exact same. There's no drop-off when ain't a guy step in. I mean, even when Connor steps in, yeah, he's a young guy, but when he steps in, he's poised. He kind of understands what's going on. He's a real smart young guy. So as far as the quarterback competition, man, it's definitely a competition. So I'm really curious to see where that's going to go as well.
And with the tight end rooms, you're losing Garrett Walston, so there's going to be a lot more reps available for everybody. How's that kind of breaking down, and how do you see the tight end room kind of making an impact this season?
I think we're going to make a great impact for this ball club. I mean, everybody in our room can play. We know that, and everybody in the staff knows that we can play. So thus far throughout this spring, we put sets in where it's multiple tight ends on the field, and all of us are just being able to play. So we've been in a lot more 12 personnel this spring, a lot of reps going around from me to Bryson to John Kobehaver to even Will Crowley. he's been getting reps as well because of, the way that we've been rotating. So I think the tight end is going to make a huge impact this season as well.
Let's go over to Brandon Peak. Go ahead.
Hey, Kamari. I was wondering if you could talk about some of your improvements in the blocking game, particularly the run game and pass protection. Like, what's some of the keys for you that you did to improve in your blocking?
Well, honestly, I got the best tight end coach in America. John Lilly, he's the greatest coach in the whole entire world. I'm not even just saying that because, he's my coach. I genuinely believe he is the best in the business. And just the drills that we've done with him, I mean, it gets so repetitive because we do them every single day. But the fact that I've been able to do that with him for the past, 2 years now, is definitely has improved me as a run blocker, just from footwork. Because my issue was never strength. I've always been strong. It was all about just your footwork, your technique. Block is about technique and want to. So once I got the technique down, I've been ready to go. So that's honestly why I've seen such a huge improvement just on coaching and the attention to details.
All right, we'll close up today with Gregory Hall. Go ahead, Gregory.
Kamari, with that 12 personnel, how often is it you kind of lined up tight on the line and Bryson Nesbitt lined out wide?
That's the way it's been a little bit. I mean, we have different variations of it. I mean, we can line up like that, or we can line up with both of us in the slot, or we can line up with me in the slot and him at receiver. We haven't really handicapped ourselves to just doing it one way. And I mean, it's obviously the spring, so nothing's set in stone. We're trying to get better just like every other team in America. So I think what we're trying to do is just put our best guys on the field at the same time to, give us an advantage to score some points. And I feel like that's what we've done thus far this spring. So we're just going to continue to go out there and line up wherever they tell us, handle business.
And what's improved about Bryson's game?
What's improved? He just he's more consistent now. He's not that young guy anymore. He has a whole lot more confidence, and that's why I'm so proud of him and his progression. He's a guy that I talk to every single day. Since he's been here, I took him under my wing, so that's my guy. So just to see how far he's come, just his confidence, because everybody knew that he could play when he got here. So just seeing his confidence and just his willingness to work, that's what everybody adores about him. But honestly, my favorite characteristic of him is just his ability to listen. He's not a guy where if you tell him something, he'll blow you off. Every single time I tell him something, he receives it, and I can see him go out there and do exactly what I just told him, and it helps him. So that's where I've seen his improvement.
Great. Kamari, thank you so much for a few minutes this morning.
No problem. You have a great morning.
You too.